In the annals of history, figures emerge whose lives and messages transcend time, leaving an indelible mark on the collective consciousness of humanity. Joseph Smith is undoubtedly one of those figures, a man who, according to his own accounts, spoke directly with the divine, translated ancient scriptures, and founded a faith that today has millions of followers around the world. Her story is a complex tapestry of revelation, persecution, and unwavering faith. It invites us to reflect on the nature of belief, the courage to follow a deep conviction, and the lasting impact of a life dedicated to a spiritual cause. This journey will explore her humble beginnings, the visions that shaped her destiny, the challenges she faced, and the enduring legacy that continues to inspire countless others. Beyond labels and prejudices, we will delve into the essence of his experience, seeking to understand the heart of a movement that was born in the religious fervor of the 19th century and expanded globally. It is an invitation to deep reflection, open curiosity, and respect for the diverse paths humanity has taken in its search for the transcendent. Prepare for an analysis that seeks to illuminate, not judge, and that aims to offer an enriching perspective on a prophet who marked a before and after. Today, we present, Who was Joseph Smith, the prophet of the Renaissance? Joseph Smith was born in rural New England, Vermont in 1805. His family, the Smiths, were modest farmers who moved to Palmyra, New York, in search of better opportunities. This region, known as the Burnt District, was a melting pot of religious fervor and spiritual awakening. The era was marked by an intense search for religious truth, with numerous denominations vying for the loyalty of the faithful. Traditional churches often found themselves at odds, generating confusion and disillusionment among those yearning for a genuine connection with the divine. In this environment of spiritual ferment and doctrinal fragmentation, young Joseph, barely 14 years old, was deeply moved by uncertainty. His family, although not affiliated with a specific church, was devout and sincerely sought the truth. Joseph observed the contention between different faiths and wondered which one was true, or if any of them were. This personal search for answers, born of a genuine need for spiritual clarity, was the catalyst for the events that would define his life and the course of a new faith. His childhood and the social context of his time not only shaped his character, but also prepared the ground for the extraordinary experiences he would soon experience. Amid the religious confusion of his youth, Joseph Smith felt driven to seek truth directly from a higher source. Inspired by a biblical passage in the Epistle of James that promises wisdom to those who ask God for it, he decided to retreat to a grove near his home in the spring of 1820. There, in an act of faith and humility, he prayed to know which church he should join. What Joseph recounted as happening in that grove is the central event of his life and the faith he would found, a glorious divine manifestation. He described being visited by two personages of ineffable light and glory, who presented themselves as God the Father and his Son, Jesus Christ. In this first vision, he was instructed not to join any of the existing churches, as they were all in error, and he was promised that the fullness of the gospel would be revealed to him. This life-changing experience marked the beginning of a series of heavenly revelations and visitations. Years later, in 1823, Joseph claimed to have been visited by an angel named Moroni, who revealed to him the existence of an ancient record written on gold plates. This record, according to Joseph, contained the history of ancient inhabitants of the American continent and the fullness of the gospel of Jesus Christ. With divine help, Joseph Smith translated this record, which was published in 1830 as the Book of Mormon. The Book of Mormon stands as another testament of Jesus Christ, complementing the Bible and offering additional insight into his ministry and gospel. Its translation and publication were a pivotal milestone, laying the doctrinal foundation for the church that Joseph Smith was destined to organize. These revelations not only provided answers to his personal questions, but also offered a new vision of the relationship between God and humanity, and the path to salvation. With the revelations he received and the translation of the Book of Mormon, Joseph Smith was instructed to restore the Church of Jesus Christ to the earth. On April 6, 1830, in Fayette, New York, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints was formally organized, with Joseph Smith as its first prophet and president. This event marked the beginning of a religious movement that would grow exponentially. From its humble beginnings with only 6 founding members, the church experienced remarkable growth, attracting thousands of converts in a short time. Its founding principles centered on the restoration of Christ's ancient church, with apostles and prophets, and the fullness of gospel truths. Among its distinctive teachings are belief in continuing revelation, the importance of the eternal family, the inherent divinity of human beings, and the necessity of ordinances such as baptism and the endowment in sacred temples. The church's organization was based on a hierarchical model, with a prophet and apostles at its head, and a structure of stakes, wards, and missions that would expand globally. Members strove to live lives of faith, service, and community, seeking to build a place of unity and righteousness called Zion. The church also emphasized the importance of missionary work, sending its members to share the restored message throughout the world. As the church grew, so did its visibility, and with it, the need to establish communities where the Latter-day Saints could freely live out their beliefs. This led to the founding of settlements in Ohio, Missouri, and Illinois, each of which would become centers of activity and, sadly, also of conflict. Joseph Smith's vision was not just of a church, but of a people bound by a covenant, with a divine purpose and a global mission. The rapid growth of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and its distinctive teachings generated both admiration and intense opposition. From its earliest days, Joseph Smith and his followers faced a constant wave of persecution, misunderstanding, and violence. The communities they established in Ohio, Missouri, and Illinois became hotbeds of conflict, often driven by religious, political, and economic differences. In Missouri, Latter-day Saints were repeatedly driven from their homes, suffering loss of property and life. The hostility culminated in the 1838 Extermination Order, issued by the governor of Missouri, which authorized the expulsion or extermination of church members. Joseph Smith was unjustly imprisoned on several occasions, facing false accusations and inhumane conditions. Despite adversity, Joseph Smith continued to lead his people, seeking to establish a refuge where they could practice their faith in peace. They founded Nauvoo, Illinois, which quickly became one of the state's largest cities. However, Nauvoo's prosperity and growing influence, along with the practice of polygamy, which was secretly introduced at the time and later made public, further fueled animosity. Tensions reached a fever pitch in June 1844. Joseph Smith and his brother Hiram were arrested on trumped-up charges and imprisoned in the Carthage, Illinois jail. On June 27, 1844, an armed mob stormed the jail. In a senseless act of brutality, Joseph and Hiram Smith were shot and killed. Joseph Smith died a martyr, defending his faith and principles to his last breath. His courage in the face of adversity and his ultimate sacrifice became an enduring testament to his conviction and a cornerstone of the church's narrative. Joseph Smith's martyrdom did not halt the movement he had started. On the contrary, it galvanized it. His legacy is immense and multifaceted, extending far beyond the boundaries of the faith he founded. Today, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is a global religion with millions of members in nearly every country in the world, a living testament to the vision and sacrifice of its founder. Joseph Smith's influence is manifested in the global presence of temples, which are centers of worship and sacred ordinances, and in the vast network of chapels and meeting houses that serve local communities. The church is recognized for its strong emphasis on the family, its worldwide missionary program, its extensive humanitarian efforts, and its commitment to the values of service and community. Its members strive to live the principles of the restored gospel, seeking to strengthen their families, serve their neighbors, and contribute positively to society. Beyond the ecclesiastical structure, Joseph Smith's thought has influenced culture, literature, and theology. His revelations and teachings have offered new perspectives on the nature of God, the purpose of life, and humanity's divine potential. The Book of Mormon, translated into more than 110 languages, continues to be a source of inspiration and spiritual guidance for millions of people, inviting them to draw closer to Jesus Christ. Joseph Smith's legacy is a reminder of how a single life, dedicated to a spiritual cause, can transform the world. His story inspires his followers to diligently seek truth, persevere in the face of adversity, and live a life of faith and service. His influence is felt in the lives of those who find meaning and purpose in the teachings he restored, and in the positive impact the Church has on communities around the globe. Joseph Smith's family played a pivotal role in his spiritual development and the founding of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. His parents, Joseph Smith Sr. and Lucy Mack Smith, were people of deep faith and spiritual seeking, who instilled in their children a love of the Bible and an openness to religious experience. Lucy, in particular, was a strong matriarchal figure, documenting much of the family's and church's early history. Joseph's siblings, such as Hiram Smith, were his closest and most loyal companions in the work. Hiram, in particular, was a staunch supporter, sharing the burdens of persecution and eventual martyrdom alongside his brother. The relationship between Joseph and his brothers and sisters was a pillar of strength in times of immense hardship, demonstrating the importance of family ties in building a common cause. Emma Hale Smith, Joseph's wife, was a central figure in his life and in the history of the Church. She was his scribe during part of the translation of the Book of Mormon and a constant companion through trials and tribulations. Her faith, resilience, and love for Joseph were essential to his ability to persevere. The Smith family dynamic, marked by unity, faith, and sacrifice, was a microcosm of the values Joseph Smith sought to establish in the Church. The influence of his family extended to the very doctrine of the Church, with a strong emphasis on the importance of the eternal family and the bonds that transcend death. Joseph Smith believed that families could be sealed for eternity, a teaching that became a cornerstone of the faith. Thus, his own family experience not only shaped his worldview and leadership, but was also woven into the very fabric of the truths he taught. We've taken a fascinating journey through the life of Joseph Smith, a man who dared to believe in the extraordinary and act accordingly. His story serves as a mirror that invites us to reflect on our own search for truth, to question the established, and to explore the depths of our own spirituality. It reminds us that faith can emerge in the most unexpected places, and that perseverance is key to overcoming the greatest challenges. Joseph Smith's life is a testament that the spiritual quest is, at its core, a personal journey, filled with challenges but also immeasurable rewards. It teaches us the importance of courage and faith, humility in the pursuit of truth, and dedication to a life of service and love. His legacy inspires us to embrace our own spiritual quests, to find our connection to the divine, and to live with purpose. May his story motivate us to be more open, more understanding, and more respectful of the diverse expressions of faith in the world. May it compel us to seek the light in our own lives and share it with others. Joseph Smith's life is a reminder that the human spirit is capable of great things when aligned with a higher purpose. Share this video with those who, like you, seek to better understand the great figures of spiritual history. Subscribe to our channel to stay up to date with future content exploring themes of faith, history, and personal growth. We'd love to hear your reflections and questions in the comments. Your participation enriches our community and fosters respectful and constructive dialogue. Thank you for joining us on this profound journey. We value your time and curiosity. May peace and inspiration accompany you on your own path of discovery. See you next time. Transform your life today. Discover a journey of self-improvement, spiritual growth, and motivation.